my locks. It is your girl, Billy Buttercup, and I'm back with another video. This is exciting because this is my 2-month lock update. 2 months. It has already been 2 months. Not much has changed, but a lot has changed, if that makes sense. So first and foremost, before I get into the deets, I need you to go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you have not already, because I got more on the way, so you don't want to miss it. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you like what you see. I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but hit that like button. On to this update. So, if you have not already seen, I actually did a video doing a retwist on my own because everything is shut down. The world is shut down. So with that being said, my hair needed to be retwisted. So that's what I did. So if you have not seen that video, check it out. It's right there. But on to the lock updates, and I'm also going to be doing a little bit of Q&A as well. So we're going to combine that into one whole video. So with the change that I have had, the fact that I did my own locks, which is huge, that was actually a really good feeling because I didn't think that I could do it myself. I don't know why I thought it was just so overly complicated, but I don't know, it made me feel good and it made me feel like I could conquer the world. So I don't know where this is going to lead me back to my loctician or if I'm just going to continue this journey myself. I don't know. But I gave myself a lock. I gave myself a retwist and I think it looks pretty good. It's been about 2 days, yeah. One thing I have noticed is that my hair is starting to look more like locks, like legit like locks. So this is the back of my hair and this is about where it is when I'm sitting straight forward. When I tilt my head back, this is about where I'm at. So it's not looking like coils anymore. So it's interesting. Like I always wonder what my hair was gonna do once that came to the point, what it would look like and all that. So I'm really starting to see it really form and just come and be itself. I actually started with diamond parts. So again, we all know if you've watched my first video, I went to a loctician and he started my locks out. I did not go in specifically wanting certain parts. Some people in previous videos that I've watched before I got my locks installed, what they would talk about different parts that you can get. I wasn't very specific on the way that my parts looked because, to be honest, I didn't really care as long as the front was okay. But the locks that I have are diamond parts and they were actually formed from just natural pulling. So he literally sectioned off my hair, took one, comb coiled it, went to the next one, comb coiled it, and they actually naturally came out to be diamond parts. I don't really care either way. Actually, even when I was doing my retwist, I just was pulling. So the parts aren't like perfect, but they still came out to be diamond parts because they're forming from where that root is coming from, which is why it's very important to retwist that hair so you're not having to reform your parts. But yeah, so I'm loving it. I think that it looks really, really good. Again, I think that it is starting to look like locks. I have some in the back that are locked up. The ones in the front, I have some that are still semi-coiled. A lot of budding going on. But yeah, I'm just loving the process. Like quarantine hairstyles, best quarantine hairstyles goes to locks. I must say, I'm sorry, I don't really have to do much. Back to the questions that I actually had. So parts was one. What kind of parts did I have? And let me actually show you what kind of parts I do have. So if you can see, they are diamond, the ways that they are forming. So yeah, so this kind of is what it is. I don't think that you should like really push yourself to get like certain parts, because I think if you're too anal like that, you're gonna kind of get clouded and what the journey really means, and having really clean parts, just, it's not a part of that. Just make sure your hair is neat more so than anything, if that's what you're going for. The second question that I had was, how many locks do I have? So when I first got them done, my loctician actually wanted to know how many locks I had, because he felt like I had a ton of them because I had so much hair. So when I first counted day one, because he actually asked me day one, I counted 93. Day two, I had Kyle recount for me, and he counted 96. So I said, okay, I'll just wait until they kind of like fall a little bit, because they were very stiff, and I was like not wanting to mess them up or anything like that. So I waited until right before I got my retwist, and then actually I counted again right after I got my style. So drum roll, please. 101 locks, like 101 Dalmatians.
I'm hungry. Now, Rolly, you've just had your dinner. But I am just the same. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole elephant.
101. I have some in the back, which I spoke about in my previous video, that are very, very tiny. Let me see if I can pull it out again. This one here is very, very tiny, and it's actually locked up. It is not, I thought that it would need to be conjoined with another lock, but it doesn't. It actually is just going to form and be small. So I'm just letting them do what they do. So I have 101. That brings me into my next comment. A lot of people think that when you have a ton of locks, it just automatically means you're gonna have full hair. That's not true. I'm not gonna get into too much detail, because I do wanna post a separate video going into more detail on like hair density, but my hair was full going into it. So even if I decided to do medium locks and I wanted 80, it was still gonna be full because I have a full head of hair. Keep that in mind. The size that I have is medium. So when, like, you can still see like they're getting thicker. So as they start to grow out, they'll get even more thicker, but they are medium. If you are wanting your locks to be smaller than what mine are, I would suggest getting smaller parts, because that's going to dictate how big your locks are, because the bigger the part, the more hair is going to go into that lock. The smaller part, you get my drift. So back into my lock update, I would say, very interesting enough, my hair is going up and down, up and down. So the last time I got my first retwist and style, took the style down, my hair looked very, very long. This time that I have done my retwist, it looks like it has gotten shorter. So my last video, I spoke about how I wasn't experiencing all that shrinkage, because it was very strange. One retwist, you get it and it just drops. But month two, I'm starting to see shrinkage is real. But again, like I told y'all, I love short hair, shoulder length. So this is perfect. I'm loving it. If I could keep it this length, I would, just mature the locks. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna let my hair grow as long as it possibly can. And then once I get tired of it, then this is probably gonna be my look. I love it. I love the shortness and the versatility. I think that you have more so with shorter hair than you do with longer hair, because longer hair, you're most of the time just putting it in buns and different things like that. So that's what I did when I was loose natural. So now that it's short, I'm just fully embracing it. But yes, length is the biggest thing. And as you can see, it's pretty good. I don't mind the length of it at all. I think that it looks very, very good. So yeah. So, and once again, just to let you know, I'm not regretting it. And if you have locks, embrace those locks, honey. Embrace it, because it's a beautiful journey. You know, I think that now that I'm in it, I do wish I would have got them a long time ago, because the freeness that I have has changed my spirit, and it's opened up so many other things that I can do in my life. So I appreciate all of that. So I'm gonna end it here. I will be coming back with more updates. Month 2, we're loving it. So again, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell so you do not miss a beat. I have more content on the way. And guys, please, please, please be safe out there. Make sure that you're keeping in contact with your family and friends. Technology is a beautiful thing. We have Duo, FaceTime. You got all kind of things that you can do to physically see people instead of, having to physically be in a room with them. You can still call them and check on them and do all those kind of things. So just stay safe. All my prayers are with you guys as well. I love each and every one of you. And again, we're gonna get through this 2020. I feel like it's a lot of positives that's gonna come from this that we don't know about. So just hold on. I will check you guys on the next video. Be safe. See ya.